Hi, this video I'm going to tell about the various phases of natural language processing. So there are five phases in natural language processing. So hereafter I will shortly call it as NLP. As I told, there are five phases: lexical and morphological analysis, that is a first phase. Then syntactic analysis, semantic analysis, pragmatic analysis, and disclosure integration. So these are the five phases. We will see one by one in detail. First phase is lexical and morphological analysis. There are two phases are there here: lexical and morphological analysis. First, I will tell about lexical analysis. So, lexical analysis, it focuses on identifying and processing words in a text. For example, if I have, I'm going to Madurai. So like that. Here I have so many lexemes are there. I am going. So like that, there is a lot of lexemes are there. So the purpose of the lexical analysis is to identify and process the words or lexeme in a text. How it will do is it breaks down the input text into individual tokens that are meaningful units of a language, such as words or phrases. So there are two tasks in lexical analysis. One is tokenization, second one is POS tagging. What is tokenization means? It is a process of dividing a text into smaller chunks called tokens. As I told already, for example, let's consider the sentence, I like C program. So it would be, there are four tokens in this sentence: I, like, C, and programming. So there are four tokens in this particular sentence. So this is actually called as tokenization. So it is a process of dividing a text into smaller chunks called tokens. Then POS tagging. So what is POS tagging or part of speech tagging is assigning parts of a speech such as noun, verb, adjective to each token in the sentence. So this helps us to understand grammatical roles of the words in the context. So here I am giving example for both tokenization and POS tagging. So consider the sentence. Here, what is the sentence I am taking is, I am reading a newspaper. This is a sentence. So what is the sentence I took is, I am reading the newspaper. Our first task is to tokenize. So tokenize means the entire sentence is broken down into individual tokens or words. So here I am reading a newspaper. So there are, how many tokens we have is I, this is my first token. So then I am, second token, then reading, third token, yeah, fourth token, and newspaper is a fifth token. There are 5 tokens in this example. I am reading a newspaper. So next task is part of speech tagging, that is POS tagging. So here each token is assigned a part of speech. For example, here I, what is I here is, I is a pronoun. Okay, so then am, what is am denotes for is, am denotes for verb. So reading, what is reading denotes for is, reading denotes for again verb. Means it is an article, and a newspaper, it is a noun. There are 5 POS here. I is called pronoun, am is called verb, reading means it is a verb, a is article, and the newspaper is a noun. And what is the importance of lexical analysis is, first one, it is a word identification. So what we did is, in tokenization, we are breaking the entire sentence into tokens, which helps the system to understand individual words for further processing. And second thing is text simplification. It simplifies the text through tokenization and stemming, which improves the accuracy in NLP tasks. This is the first phase, that is the lexical analysis. And along with the lexical analysis, we have morphological analysis. What is meant by morphological analysis means it deals with the morphemes, which are the smallest units of a meaning in a word. It is important for understanding the structure of words and their parts by identifying the morphemes. So independent words like cat and bound morphemes like prefixes or suffixes Example, and or ing words. So these are the key tasks in morphological analysis. There are two key tasks we do in morphological analysis. First one is stemming. Second one is a lemmatization. What is stemming? Stemming denotes for reducing the words to their root form, like running to run. Reducing the words into their root form, like running into run. And what is lemmatization means? Converting the words to their base or dictionary form, considering the context, like better becomes good. So suppose for example, good means it is a present tense. For good we have a better, best. So if you have words like better and best, it will be converted into their base or dictionary form. So for better and the best, what is the present tense is, it is a good. Okay, that will be called as lemmatization. So these are the examples for stemming and lemmatization. So here I am giving change. Hmm. 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 Change, changing, changes, changed and changer. So this will be converted into CHANG. This is actually stemming. Lemmatization, it is converted into root form. That is change, changing, changes, change and changer. Everything is converted into the root form. That is a change. And these are the importance of the morphological analysis. Understanding word structure, that is, it helps in breaking the composition of complex words. Second one is improving accuracy. It enhances accuracy of tasks such as POS tagging, syntactic parsing, and machine translation. Next, syntactic analysis. Next phase, that is phase number 2, is syntactic analysis. The other name for syntactic analysis is parsing. So what is syntactic analysis? It helps in understanding how words in a sentence are arranged according to the grammar rules. It ensures that sentence follows correct grammar, which makes the meaning clearer. So what we do in syntactic analysis is, the goal of syntactic analysis is to create a parse tree, which is a diagram showing the structure of the sentence. Again, it breaks the sentence into parts like subject, verb, and object, and shows how these parts are connected. And this helps machine to understand the relationship between the words in a sentence. This is actually called as syntactic analysis or parsing. So these are the key components of the syntactic analysis. One is POS stacking. So what is POS stacking means? Assigning parts of the speech, that is noun, verb, and adjective, to words in a sentence. Then second key component is ambiguity resolution, handling words that have multiple meanings. Example, book, it can be a noun or it can be a verb. So we have an example. So consider the following sentence. So first one is a correct syntax, that is John eats an apple. Second one, it is an incorrect sentence. So syntactically it is incorrect actually. Apple eats John on. Okay, words are same, but the ordering is different here. The first one, it is a correct syntax, and second one is an incorrect syntax. So third phase, it is a semantic analysis. So what is semantic analysis is, it focuses on understanding the meaning behind words and sentences. It ensures that the text is not only grammatically correct, but also logically coherent and contextually relevant. The purpose, or its aims to understand the dictionary definition of words and their usage in a context, and also find whether the arrangement of words in a sentence makes a logical sense. So these are the key tasks in the semantic analysis. First one is a named entity recognition. It's shortly called as NER. So what is NER? That is, it identifies and classifies entities such as names of the people, locations, organizations, dates, and more. So these entities provide important meanings in a text and helps in understanding the context. For example, here, Tesla announced its new electric vehicle in California. Okay, so here, what are all the location here is Tesla. It is an organization. Actually, Tesla means it is an organization, and California, it is a location. This is the task of the NER. So NER will identify or classifies the entities such as names of the people, locations, organizations, dates, and more. Another key task in semantic analysis is word sense disambiguation. So many words have multiple meanings depending on the context in which they are used. It identifies the correct meaning of word based on its surrounding text. For example, we have a word bank. So bank, there are two meanings of the bank. One is it may refer to the financial institution, or it refers to the side of the river. So example for the semantic analysis. So Apple eats a John. While grammatically correct, this sentence doesn't make sense semantically because an apple cannot eat a person. Okay, so semantic analysis ensures that meaning is logically sound and contextually appropriate. So where we need a semantic analysis is, it is important for various NLP applications, including machine translation, information retrieval, and question answering. So next phase is discourage integration. So what is discourage integration? It is a process of understanding how individual sentences or segments of text connect and relate to each other within a broader context. So this phase ensures that the meaning of the text is consistent and coherent across multiple sentences or paragraphs. It is important for understanding long or complex text where meaning focuses on previous statements. So there are two key aspects here. One is anaphora resolution. So anaphora refers to the use of pronouns or other references that depends on earlier parts of the text. For example, Taylor went to store, she bought groceries. Okay, here the pronoun she. What is the pronoun here is? The pronoun she here. Okay, she refers back to Taylor. Okay, this is actually called as anaphora resolution. It uses pronouns and other references that depends on the earlier parts of the text. And the purpose is it ensures that the references like these are correctly understood by linking them to their antecedents. Next reference is contextual references. So what is contextual references? Many words or phrases can only fully understand when considered the context of the following sentences. For example, it was a great day. It is clearer when you know what event or situation is being discussed. That is actually called as contextual references. Example for discourage integration. First one is anaphora resolution. Taylor means it is a name actually. Taylor went to the store to buy some groceries. She realized she forgot her wallet. Okay, so understanding that Taylor is an antecedent of she is important for understanding the sentence meaning. Here, what is she is referring is, she is referring to the antecedent, that is a Taylor. Okay, and here actually next one, this is unfair. Helps in understand what this refers to. We need to identify the following sentences without context statement meaning remains unclear. Okay, so this is unfair. It is a single sentence. What this refers to, we need to identify the following sentences. So pragmatic analysis helps in understanding the deeper meaning behind words and sentences by looking beyond the literal meanings. While semantic analysis looks at the direct meanings, it considers the speaker's or writer's intentions, tone, and context of the communication. What are the key tasks in pragmatic analysis is understanding the intentions. Sometimes language doesn't mean what it says literally. For example, someone asks, "Can you pass the salt?" It's not about ability to polite. It is not about ability, but a polite request. It helps to understand the true intention behind the such expressions. Next one is figurative meanings. Language often uses idioms or metaphors that cannot be taken literally. These are the examples for the pragmatic analysis. Suppose, "Hello, what time is it?" Here it might be a straightforward request for the current time, but it could also imply concern about being late. There are two meanings. One is, it is a request for current time. What time is it? And it also imply concern about being late. Okay. This is an example for the pragmatic analysis. Thank you.